79, Lord Fuller.
Thank you. My Lords, I'm disappointed that the bill that purports to protect the supply of new homes fails to consider the texture of protecting certain types of adapted homes. We're an ageing nation, and nowadays many more premature babies survive into adulthood with life-limiting conditions. At committee, I explained how councils might install housing adaptations so that a resident with an impairment can live more comfortably. I explained it might be as simple as a grab rail or a ramp. Half of such adaptations include a wet room, many with wider doors to accommodate wheelchairs. In the preparation for this report, I sat down with Kevin Philcox, the officer responsible for housing standards at South Norfolk Council. He tells me that wet rooms are important because poor personal hygiene is a leading cause of infection and hospital admission amongst the elderly. Keeping yourself clean down there isn't just about dignity, it helps keep our hospital wards clear. It typically takes between 6 and 9 months to deliver an adaptation. I won't go into the reasons why, but in my council we deliver about 150 such projects a year at an average of about £10,000 each. I feel I've laboured the point, but the simple truth is that we don't have a large enough pool of adapted and improved homes to meet the demand. So that's why the state invests in them. The local government department distributes the yearly funding of over £720 million to local authorities for the purpose of improving homes and making them suitable for people with limitations. Some councils like my own and other RSLs top that money up. So I suppose that adds up to about £1 billion a year to make these improvements. So my amendment is about protecting the adapted stock, protecting that £1 billion a year investment, and it's about dignity for the most vulnerable in society. Now, I've heard it said this is an allocations issue and this bill isn't going there, but I don't see this as an allocations issue in the sense that we're going to give preference to a particular veteran or a certain local person. This is about protecting the generality of the pool of adapted homes as society gets older, fatter, and lives longer with debilitating impairments. So there is a stock of homes people can make the best of their lives and their disabilities more bearable. If the state can't recognise that simple truth, what is it for? And casually just dismissing it as an allocations issue is, in my opinion, willful misdirection. We must grab this sufficiency issue now. I've softened the text so that the noble lady, the Minister, can define the scope of what counts as a relevant adaptation. I haven't been overly prescriptive as I was at committee. But I think it's really important that we protect that £1 billion investment a year so that people of all abilities can find a home they can get into and on with. So here's the problem my amendment seeks to remedy. Because when, as so often happens, a tenant passes away or moves on and the home is re-advertised, with the exception of certain specialised sheltered accommodation, no credit can be given for those expensive and hard-won adaptations when a new family moves in. So a tenant can ask for them to be removed, and they do. It's crazy. It's a waste of money. It reduces the pool of adapted homes. It's bad for everybody, especially the taxpayer who funds the work twice, once to put it in and again to take it out. I will repeat the story I gave at committee of the brand new accessible home, built with wide doors and low kitchen units, perfect for the wheelchair-bound resident. The first resident turned out to be exceptionally tall, and by he tired of bending down to move the saucepans around the low-level hob, and so the council was obliged to replace the kitchen with a normal one. That's crazy. It should have been reserved for a wheelchair-bound resident in the first place. So this bill purports to protect the supply of social homes, and my council expert, Kevin Wilcox, that man again, told me that amongst the housing standards professionals, protecting the adapted stock in the way I propose is both the Shangri-La and the Holy Grail of social housing policy in this country. That's quite a statement. We have a new Prime Minister. He wants to make social housing a talismanic issue. This is toujours, and I'm suggesting something that won't cost anything yet will make huge strides in helping some of the most vulnerable people. It's here and now. I'm not going to press this to a division this evening, but I hope the noble lady will take this to the department in turn to number 10, who want low-cost, quick wins and can have them at third reading. I'm serving this one up out of the goodness of my heart as a housewarming present for the new Prime Minister and the Secretary of State on their first day in charge. I beg to move.
Amendment proposed.